Hi, I'm Heather McLean, editor at SVG Europe, and I'm here today with Nigel Burmeister, Vice President of Global Marketing and Product at Limelight. Hi, Nigel.
Hi, Heather.
Hello. Right, so first question for you. What's new from Limelight this season, and what would have been released at IBC had it
Yeah.
been a face-to-face meeting for us all?
Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, really disappointed we couldn't be there, face to face, and but grateful for opportunities like this to be able to share with audience I would have loved to meet face to face. Do just want to, hope that our colleagues are kind of healthy and safe, and disappointed that we won't be in there in person, but we have a lot of really exciting news, which we were going to share at IBC. I think the first area is around the expansion of our edge compute offerings. So, Limelight already has a fairly broad suite of offerings, including bare metal, virtual machine. We're very excited that we've recently announced public availability of our edge functions capability. This is a serverless compute offering. So basically it allows developers to deploy their code into our network edge locations.
Mm-hmm.
And that has a bunch of applications in the video space, especially around high bandwidth, low latency use cases. Another area which we were planning to speak about was low latency video delivery. So some major enhancements to a product which we actually released last year at IBC, our real-time streaming product. And that is a product which does sub-second global latency. So for very interactive real-time use cases, there are some big announcements and enhancements around that product. We've also been working on proof of concept and third-party integrations with encoders and packaging vendors for end-to-end solution validation around low latency CMAF, which is another important protocol for use in low latency applications like live video, where real-time streaming would be sub-second latency. CMAF rarely tries to get latencies equitable with broadcast, so in the several second range. And a final area would be around some of the things we've been doing to enable developers. So our customers are really looking to integrate the CDN and things like edge functions more closely into their development pipeline. And so we recently launched a developer community along with code samples, SDKs, open API documentations, and so on to support that community.
Fab. Okay, busy. You've been very busy.
Very busy, yeah.
So why is all of that of interest to the sports broadcast community? Which bits are they going to really be able to make the most of going forward?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. And, I think one of the things, if we just take the edge kind of conversation first, edge compute is really well suited to bandwidth intensive, low latency applications like online video. And we've already serviced many of our customers and helped many of our customers deliver use cases which they were not able to using traditional computing methods. So, direct to consumer, low latency, live video type applications. Edge functions and the serverless compute capability really expands that capability. So it allows customers to write their own applications and to innovate. We can't conceive of all of the use cases our customers can imagine. And so it's a really exciting opportunity to let our customers innovate on our platform. Some of the interesting use cases that we've seen to date that I think would resonate with a sports broadcasting audience, things around security. As we've moved more to online forms of content, that's become a bigger concern. Piracy is a big concern. So applications like forensic watermarking, which seek to deter piracy, geo-blocking, IP blacklisting in conjunction with third-party vendors that have databases of nefarious IP address blocks. Pirates try to rotate addresses frequently. They hide, behind consumer VPNs and so on. So there are techniques to try and block those forms of piracy. Things like dynamic ad insertion. All of these kinds of applications benefit from being placed closer to sources and sinks of data, so closer to the edge. As we get more complex, as latency becomes a more important requirement, those types of applications are really well suited to the edge. The second area I spoke about was kind of latency, and obviously that's a huge topic to our audience, especially when it comes to live events, wanting to deliver live events more quickly. So we talked about low latency CMAF, trying to cut that lag between broadcast and OTT, so you don't have the second screen spoiler experience, or the social media spoiler experience. And then for use cases where even a few seconds of latency is not enough, where interactive use cases, think like esports, sports betting, those types of applications where you need interactivity, something like real-time streaming is a really good fit. We also, in that vein, also recently released a product called Live Push Ingest, which allows sports broadcasters to, instead of a CDN pulling content from their origin, push content out to the CDN who becomes the origin, which simplifies workflow, it protects the broadcaster's origin, it saves on bandwidth expenses, so a host of valuable benefits to those customers. And then finally, just on the developer tool front, I think all of our customers, not just sports broadcasters, are starting to leverage microservices architectures, looking at cloud native applications, and the CDN and things like serverless compute are becoming a really important and integral part of their development pipelines. And so those kinds of tools are really important to the developers in our customer bases.
Excellent. Okay, great. And you've done a lot recently, but is there anything we can expect to see coming out of Limelight over the next few months to the end of this year, or going forward into 2021?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we don't stand still. Innovation doesn't stand still, and so we'll continue. Our pipeline is filled with some interesting opportunities. I think one of the things in our industry, and we've seen that certainly in recent times, is a dramatic shift to OTT, over the top delivery. And so to continue, it's paramount that we continue to deliver best performance and highest quality viewing experience to the customers of our customers. And so you'll continue to see Limelight invest aggressively in global expansion, to continue to maintain high quality video delivery. That's almost a given. You'll continue to see innovation in areas from us around video, around edge. We talked about some of the cool things that we've done in edge recently, but there are some really interesting things coming in the pipeline through the end of this year and into 2021. And then finally, another area of focus for us is in the data and analytics area, giving our customers the insight that they need into video quality metrics and things like that. So working both with our own tools as well as third parties to bring that richness of visibility and data to our customers.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you very much for that insight, Nigel.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Ciao.